DJ Sokol Arena in Omaha, Nebraska, home of the NAIA opening round action. The final game of our coverage today. March is here, and so are we. Matt Kirkle and Owen Godberson live at the Sokol, DJ Sokol Arena here in Omaha, Nebraska. And our final game of the day, the number 17 Texas A&M Texarkana Eagles taking on number 21 Bethel Pilots. Owen, this is a game between two completely different styles of play. We have one team on one end that's defensive oriented and another that just wants to score the basketball. Looking first at Texas A&M Texarkana. They're the defensive team. They're top 5 in multiple defensive statistics in all of NAIA. What is it going to take for them to slow down the offensive attack that the Bethel Pilots bring?
Well, they need to be composed. They need to guard the perimeter, and they need to make sure they don't give up any wide open looks to this Pilot side, who always are lethal on the offensive side of the court. I think another thing that's going to come into play in this game, and maybe something that Texarkana is worried about this evening, is the inexperience that this program has at the national level. This is only their second year in existence. This is their first appearance at the NAIA tournament. With experience comes the know-how on how to win these big games because you've been here before. Texarkana have not. They are in uncharted territory, and the Eagles have stiff competition this evening. Now, don't get me wrong. Texas A&M Texarkana are a good team. This is going to be a fun matchup tonight between these two very competitive, very talented sides. However, I would probably give the edge to the Bethel Pilots, not just because I like offensive basketball, I like a high tempo, I like exciting, thrilling basketball. I think it might come down to they have more experience. This is their 17th appearance at the NAIA Men's Basketball National Championship, and they're 11th in the last 14 seasons. It's tied for the 27th most in NAIA, so there's a lot of teams that also have this much experience, but those other teams aren't taking the court against the Pilots tonight. And more importantly, there are a great record, 32-13 in the NAIA National Tournament. Now for Bethel, obviously, like you said, they've had success. They've been in this situation before, and Travion Cruz has been the leader of the show for Bethel. I mean, 24.7 points a game. He, just going through his nationally rated statistics, he leads the NAIA in three-point field goals made this season with over 100. Second in total scoring, 5th in total assists, 6th in made threes a game, and 9th in total steals. This is all in the entire country. Travion Cruz has had an incredible season for Bethel, and him, along with the rest of his team, is probably going to be ready to go tonight. I think you summed up perfectly in your game notes when you started to break down all the statistics. It's nuts. Just how incredible Travion Cruz is this season out of Fort Wayne, Indiana, a place that we're familiar with as former Maverick broadcasters. Purdue Fort Wayne has had some pretty decent players over the last couple of years, including, if I'm remembering that, they have a G League side as well, including former Maverick Tradeon Hollins. Yes, he's currently in the G League, and as well as Purdue Fort Wayne, they have John Conchar currently playing for the Grizzlies, so a lot of good talent coming out of Fort Wayne. Yeah, this is going to be a fun matchup, but another player that I think is going to come into effect is the big 6'9" Brit for Bethel. The Pilots, it's going to be tough to guard him inside of the paint. Janai Griffith, as I mentioned, 6'9", out of Stoke-upon-Trent in the UK. We've seen some good British talent over the years when it comes to operating on the court. He's a big man who operates well inside so far this season. He's going to be tough to guard against. This is going to be a fun matchup here to round us out. The nightcap is going to be tough to match up to the level of intensity and enthusiasm and thrill that was the last game between the University of the Cumberlands as well as their opponents, Providence. It's going to be tough to live up to that game. I do think these two programs have what it takes to put on a thrilling matchup between these two sides in the opening round of the NAIA tournament, the last game of the first day of the opening round. And as you said, Providence came away with the win in that first game, and the winner of this game takes on Providence's men's team tomorrow at the same time, 8 o'clock. So obviously a lot at stake, but this is just an incredible matchup to end the day. You have one of the best defensive teams in the country going up against a team that scores 91 points a game. That's 6th best in the entire country. It's put on a platter for us. It is the best way to end what has been a long day of basketball and a great day of NAIA first round hoops. Yeah, this is going to be, I don't want to put too much billing on it. I don't want to say this is going to be the game of the day, but it certainly has the potential to be. This is going to be awesome. And we'll take it down to the floor now for the starting lineups for both teams, and we'll come back up in a moment when that's concluded.
evening and welcome to DJ Sokol Arena in Omaha, Nebraska for the opening round of the 2021 NAIA Basketball National Championships. The Omaha Sports Commission and the NAIA are committed to promoting character-driven intercollegiate athletics. The NAIA Championship Character Program empowers student athletes, coaches, officials, and fans to demonstrate at all times what character truly means in a competitive arena. Please refrain from using profanity as you support your team. The NAIA encourages respect between opponents and sportsmanship at all contests. Thank you for your support and enjoy the game. Now, let's meet the starting lineups for tonight's contest. First, for Bethel. Number 3, Travion Cruz. Number 14, Johnny Striv. Number 15, Nathan Ayers. Number 22, Jared DeHart. And number 24, Wesley Burns. And now, for Texas A&M, Texarkana. Number 1, Kobe Powell. Number 5, Connor Willett. Number 13, Devontae Reagan. Number 14, Theo Caldwell. And number 30, DJ Franklin. Tonight's officials are Cody Wells, Jake Hirsch, and Brett McDermott. Now let's play opening round basketball.
Indeed, let's get going now for our nightcap of the day. We have our final game between number 21 Bethel and number 17 Texas A&M Texarkana. Both starting lineups have been announced, and for Texarkana, it's going to be Kobe Powell, Connor Willett, Devontae Craven, Dio Caldwell, and then DJ Franklin rounding out that starting 5. And then for Bethel, you got Travion Cruz, one of the best players in the Crossroads Conference, Jared DeHart, Nathan Ertz, Janai Griffith, and then Wesley Burse rounding out that starting 5. Wesley Burse only had 5 double-digit performances in the first 16 games, comes into tonight with 6 in a row in double figures. Definitely a team that has figured out offensively how to overwhelm teams. And on the other end for the Eagles, it's the opposite. They know how to put pressure on the ball and off the ball to make you make mistakes. So now we will see which team will advance tomorrow to take on Providence at 8 o'clock for the second round of the NAIA Men's National Tournament.
Dio Caldwell getting the nod in the starting 5 today. What an end to the season he has had. The junior guard only played 2 games, the last 2 in the tournament, in the conference tournament I should say, not this tournament, as we get an opening look from deep. Oh, this is gonna be, if it's any indication of what we've got early on here, we're in for a treat, folks, to round out the day.
Jared DeHart with the 3 there. He's 15th in the NAIA in total 3-pointers made this season. Also a 40+% 3-point shooter, one of the best in the country. The other way, Burse is going to take a 3. Burse hits one. Bethel off to an electric start.
2 for 2 on the day. 30 seconds in. They are feeling themselves early. The Pilots opening up strong in this dogfight.
Wesley Burse is 1 for 1 on the day, and he's 47% from 3 over the last 6 games. He's done a very good job compared to his 35% average on the season. Now Powell tries to get things going. First team all Red River Athletic Conference, and a turnover there, a chance for Bethel to keep extending on this lead. And he's going to lose the basketball, and here's the first steal of the day for Texas A&M Texarkana, and they take it all the way back for a layup. That was Dio Caldwell, as Owen said, 15 points a game in the 2 games he played in the RRAC tournament. And now an injury coming in. That's going to be Devontae Craven on the play. Just kind of hobbles off, not sure what his situation is. The 6'8 junior forward from Maple Heights, Ohio, and the transfer from Bryan and Stratton College. Hopefully he's fine. They're going to need him for the defensive effort they're going to put together today. As Bethel crosses half court, trying to get something going here offensively. DeHart gets it over to Burse. Burse drives in. Tough layup. Nice defense there from Texas A&M Texarkana. Get the stop. Coming back the other way is Caldwell. Caldwell's going to pull up here. Guarded by DeHart. Layup up, no good. Nice rebound. Rips it through, and a travel called there. Just a little bit too many steps. That was Thaddeus Moore, the sophomore forward, picking up the travel. And Thaddeus Moore's had a great season, 74% from the floor. Just unreal numbers. 40 of 54 from the floor. As now Bethel trying to deal with this full court pressure here from the Eagles. They get across half. Cruz kicks it over to DeHart. DeHart's already got a big one so far in this game. Gets to Burse. Baseline drive, gets in the middle. Janai Griffith goes up, gets the bucket. The man from the UK gets his first bucket of the game. 8-2 Bethel. They're controlling early on. We saw in the last game the team controlling early, didn't necessarily control the whole way. Ball's in the corner, 3 on the way, and it's good. DJ Franklin knocks that one in. Picks up the start today and gets them their first 3 of the game. Over to DeHart. DeHart in the block to Janai. Griffith kicks it out. Quick ping pass, 3 on the way, no good. And a rebound from Griffith. Griffith loses it, but it's recovered in the hands of Burse, and the layup good. Timeout, Eagles. And we will take a timeout with them, as it is a full timeout. 17-17 left. Bethel on top 10-5 early on. We will be back in a moment.
Diverse and inclusive involvement opportunities are abundant at Clark University. Discover your perfect fit in one of our 20-plus student clubs and organizations or one of our 21 athletic teams. Here we are a family. We are one Clark, one community. At Clark University, we offer a variety of majors and minors to help you in your academic journey. Tap into your subconscious and consider what you love to do, what you are drawn to do, and what you excel at. Here, we are a family. We are one Clark, one community.
Back here at the DJ Sokol Arena in Omaha, Nebraska for first round coverage of the first round men's NAIA basketball tournament. As now Bethel gonna play defense now, hoping to get a stop here as Texas A&M Texarkana comes out of the timeout looking to change it up defensively. Giving up 10 quick ones early on to Bethel, the number 21 team in the land. Out to Connery Willette. Ball's on the left wing. Nice defense here from Bethel. Just making it hard. Pass into the corner, out of bounds. Could not come up with it. Dio Caldwell. That pass was just a little bit low. Caldwell couldn't come up with it, but now full court pressure here from the Eagles. Something we saw a lot of last game.
This one a little bit more organized pressure than came from the Cumberland.
Now Cruz trying to get past this press, gets it over to Ertz. Cross-court pass to DeHart, and now Bethel's going to set things up. Less than 4 into it. Griffith comes and sets a screen for DeHart. Out to Cruz for 3. That one no good. Fight for the rebound. Janai Griffith wins the battle, misses the shot, gets the putback to go, and the big man is working hard early on in this one.
Target man down low. Get it to him. He will find a way.
Janai Griffith in double digits 3 of the last 5 games, a total of 10 times this season. Done a good job scoring. Nice help defense from Cruz. Cruz gets the steal. Gets to Jared DeHart. Jared DeHart brings it in transition. Now here come the Pilots. In the short corner, kicks it out. Cruz is going to set things up. Over to Ertz. DeHart out to Burse. Now skip pass opposite. They're going to reset here, 15 on the shot clock. Nice ball movement here from the Pilots early on. Just sharing it, seeing if they can get a good look, but now DeHart's going to have to do something. 6 on the shot clock. DeHart, 3. No good.
Bank's not open this late, folks.
Definitely not. That one off the mark. Coming back the other way is Caldwell. Caldwell's going to catch on the wing. Screen coming from Thaddeus Moore. And now Caldwell's going to go one-on-one. Gets all the way to the hoop. Shot up and good. 4 points early on for Devontae Caldwell. Nice start from him. Picking up right where he left off in the RRC AC tournament, where he was named to the all-tournament team despite only playing 2 games this season. And on the other end, Nathan Ertz, the honorable mention all-Crossroads player, gets the bucket to go. The sophomore forward from Valparaiso, Indiana.
Fast-paced first 5 minutes of this contest. My word.
And Nathan Aerts, kind of a surprise, averaged 14 points a game and 6 rebounds, was honorable mention in the conference. Just shows how high-powered that conference is. The Crossroads League, definitely a tough one. Nice bucket there. And I believe that was Kobe Powell who knocked that one down. Powell leads the RRAC in steals, and he's 12th nationally.
Here comes an entire line change from the Eagles.
Trying to see if they can throw them off, maybe defensively here as Burst catches. He's going to take a 3. That one no good. And that's going to be a foul on Janai Griffith. And now talking to Burst. Something about offensive execution he was not happy with on that last possession. Now we're going to see Griffith come out of the game. And as Owen said, 5 new people into the game for the Eagles in their first ever NAIA tournament game in just their 2nd year of existence.
Surprised they were postseason eligible so quickly.
I mean, there are only 3 losses this year, all to LSU Shreveport. I mean, that's a team that's among the best in the country. So it's almost a good thing that they're eligible right away to give them a chance to face these kinds of teams.
Iron sharpens iron.
14-9 Bethel lead. One-on-one opportunity, and it's swatted away. Thaddeus Moore had nothing to do with that play. Jared DeHart back the other way. And that's going to be a wide open 3 from Aerts. He gets that one to go. Nathan Aerts, the 53% shooter from the floor, gets that one to go. Top 20 in the conference in scoring and rebounding in the Crossroads League. A very tough player to defend. Kobe Powell picks it up at the free throw line. Gets it off. Ontario Chapman with it. Hands it off. Tough look inside and a foul on the play. That's going to send Devontae Craven to the free throw line. And Craven just a 55% free throw shooter on the season. But he's been very productive so far this year. 10 points a game and just 19 minutes a game. So he makes do with what little time he gets compared to some of the starters. But free throw line, definitely one of the struggles for him.
He went up strong in that sea of blue, trying to get up towards the backboard and up towards the rim. Couldn't quite get there, but well worked to get to the charity stripe.
He gets the first one to go, brings the deficit back to 7 for the Eagles. Bethel in school history is 13-2 in the opening round of the NAIA men's tournament. Looking to make it 14-2 today. Second free throw good from Craven. Now more full court pressure here. Powell's going to guard full court. And Jared DeHart's going to bring things up one-on-one with Marquise Waller guarding him. Waller, the 6'3" senior guard from Cleveland, Texas. And nice backdoor cut. Aerts just cannot hang on to the pass. It was a great look there. I believe the pass was from Jared DeHart. Could not come up with it, just fumbled it, and that's definitely a wasted possession. Only the 2nd turnover of the game for Bethel. 4 turnovers early on for the Eagles. Kobe Powell gets things started. He's going to hand it off to Ouellette. Ouellette goes all the way to the rim. Tough right-handed layup, no good. And now a transition opportunity with numbers. Cross-court pass to DeHart. DeHart's going to have to slow things down as now it's 5-on-5 again. DeHart almost loses the ball. Nice ball screen defense. He's able to get it out to Aerts. Nice pump fake in the corner. Tough short corner jumper goes. Travion Cruz with his first points of the game. Averages 24.7 on the season, so still got a ways to go to reach the season average. Eagles need a bucket here, trailing by 8. Less than 13 to go in the first half, and they get it. Marquise Waller with his first bucket of the game. Averages 9.6 points per game on the season, was a 2nd-team All-RRAC selection. Aerts drives from the right wing, kicks out opposite. Would have had a look if the pass would have been clean. Now Aerts is going to get a look from the 3. That one no good from the left wing. Now Powell coming in transition, wasting no time. And he gets the ball stripped from him. Now a transition opportunity the other way. Cruz with it. Cruz pull up 3. Yes! Travion Cruz. 40 points, or 40% from 3-point range this season. This dude is insane. It has been a great start to the year for him, and now with the tournament here, he's looking to cap it off and potentially make a run and get to the round of 16. And the bucket there from Connor Ouellette, first of the game. Roulette, the hometown kid from Texarkana, Texas. The only player on this team from the hometown. Kicks it out wide open, 3 in the corner. That one off the mark. No good there from Life Granville. Connor Roulette in transition. A lot of contact, no foul. Roulette with the miss.
Looks like he instigated a lot of that contact, and I'm imagining that's why he didn't end up getting the call he wanted.
Now Nathan Ertz in the corner, guarded closely here by Ontario Chapman. Tough jumper, no good there from DeHart. Turned the corner well, and now just a lob pass up the middle. That one was a Hail Mary up for grabs for anybody, and Bethel gets the easy turnover. And then a travel on the other end. Nice defense from Kobe Powell, hedging that screen and forcing the travel. It has been a good competitive start early on from both teams. It's been a very competitive start. Right now, Bethel on top by 7. Owen, what are some of the things you want to see for maybe Bethel to start opening up this lead offensively? They're getting the looks they want, but right now still just kind of in a point where they haven't been able to completely close the door yet.
Yeah, I think with how many opportunities they're getting, it's only a matter of time before they start opening up this lead a little bit more and start knocking down shots as they get more warmed up and more accustomed to the way this game is flowing. In terms of actually looking at their percentages, 50% from the floor, 40% from 3. Can't really knock that too much. If that stays consistent throughout this game, it's going to be tough for the Eagles to get back into it. And for a team that prides itself on its defense, Texas A&M Texarkana has not opened up well defensively so far today.
And it doesn't help that they have 6 turnovers on the offensive end. Almost made it 7 right there. 10:45 left in the opening half. The Eagles looking to inch back in this game, and another turnover, make it 7. It has been a tough go early on, as Owen said. Maybe the experience, or I should say lack of experience, being in a position like this, maybe creating some jitters early on.
Yeah, you've seen teams in the past get to this level of competition, and it's impossible to deny that this is a program on the rise, and this is a good program at that. But experience is everything. Your Cinderella, your first time, it's not always going to go to plan, and so far they just need to find their rhythm and find their stride in this level.
And now a missed layup off the back iron, just an unfortunate miss. Coming back the other way is DeHart. Let's see if Bethel can extend on the lead. Cruz drives in, out to Wesley, bursts for 3, hits it! Top of the key, knocks that one down. Wesley bursts, having a fantastic stretch of play over the last 6 games.
Electric shooting so far from the Pilots.
Now a drive here from the top of the key, right-handed layup, just can't get it to go. Right now, Texas A&M Texarkana just 6 of 13, which isn't a bad shooting percentage, but when you're going up against a team that's shooting 40% from 3 to start the game, it's going to be tough. And a foul there. That's going to go against Greg Holloway. And now another line change for Texas A&M Texarkana. 5 new players coming in the game. You have to wonder if that's for energy purposes, to maybe have 5 guys going out there at one time, just having 5 minutes of constant energy, and then they get another 5 in there, kind of like you see in sports like hockey.
I understand the mentality behind that, but it also completely takes a team out of their rhythm in the middle of the game. As you start to get further and further into a game, as a unit in general, you get to feel for it, and you start to kind of just build your way into it. If you keep these line changes up, they can't get a rhythm and they can't get a feel for the game. They come in cold, and right when they're starting to warm up, they take them out again. But they might be warming up. What a hit from distance there.
Jonathan Bentley with his first bucket of the game off the nice pass from Ike Durham. Nathan Ertz over to Wesley inside, and it's going to be Janai Griffith getting denied. Tough look there for Griffith.
Griffith wanted the call there, but it doesn't look like there was all too much contact, and here we go. The Eagles might be flying high.
And a timeout from Bethel, and it's going to be a full timeout. We will take a break with it. Bethel on their heels as Texas A&M Texarkana comes back in this one. We'll take a break, and we'll come back in a moment.
Diverse and inclusive involvement opportunities are abundant at Clark University. Discover your perfect fit in one of our 20-plus student clubs and organizations or one of our 21 athletic teams. Here we are a family. We are one Clark, one community. Diverse and inclusive involvement opportunities are abundant at Clark University. Discover your perfect fit in one of our 20-plus student clubs and organizations or one of our 21 athletic teams. Here we are a family. We are one Clark, one community.
.55 left here in the first half at DJ Sokol Arena in Omaha, Nebraska. First round of the men's NAIA National Tournament underway here. Bethel on top 25-20. It has been a fairly good start from the field for both teams. Texas A&M Texarkana actually has a 6% advantage from the field, but still trails by 5 early on. And that's part and due to the 7 turnovers we've seen from the Eagles early on. They've just struggled to keep possession, and it's let the Pilots get on top of this one. As now we see the Pilots get going here out of the timeout. Skip pass to Burse. Burse already with 2 threes in this one. Ball movement now over to Ertz. Nathan Ertz out to Burse. Burse is again from 3. That one no good. And now transition opportunity for the Eagles. A lot of speed moving up. 3 on the way. No good. Rebound for Burse. Travion Cruz wasting no time in transition. Finds Ertz. Back to Cruz. Cruz pump fakes. 3 on the way. That one was pretty. Pump fake, didn't move an inch. Got his defender to fly by. Said, I'm going to knock this down with you right to my left. And he got that one to go. 8-point lead for Bethel.
Had the bogey coming in. Just let it ride right over the top of him. Easy look at the top of the arc. A player of that caliber is not going to miss an easy chance like that too often.
It has been a hot start here for Bethel. Wesley Burse leads the way with 8 points and a travel on the ensuing end. That was D.O. Caldwell. Wanted some sort of foul there. The Barton Community College transfer has played in 2 games this season. Scored 10 in the first one and then 20 in the second. Now comes to Omaha in his 3rd game of the season with a chance to advance to the 2nd round of the national tournament. It's going to be DeHart bringing it up. The junior from Trafalgar, Indiana. Life Granville gets it over now. It's going to be DeHart, cross-court pass, wide open 3. That one's short, but on the mark now. Transition opportunity. Had somebody up the court, now misses it. Now they got to slow things down. Powell over to Ouellette. Ouellette, nice split of the defenders. Gets the layup to go. Just squeezing through the interior and makes this a 6-point deficit. The Eagles still humming along despite the turnover troubles early. They get across half, and the pressure's starting to amp up from Texas A&M Texarkana. And nice opportunity to save it, but it's recovered by Life Granville. Hands it off to Wesley Burse, who swatted. And have recovered then. Now a transition opportunity the other way. Here come the Eagles. Out to Ouellette. Ouellette wide open 3. That one misses short. Big opportunity for Ouellette, who is a dead-eye 3-point shooter. We were impressed with Maldonado last game, 50% from 3. This guy, 53% from 3, Owen.
Impressive from distance, but we saw that block came in from Craven to set up that chance. That's something that Ouellette's going to want back. That was an opportunity to turn the momentum on its head and get Texarkana back into this game in a very, very efficient and very pretty manner if he would have hit that shot.
On the season, he is 6th nationally in 3-point field goal percentage, 36 of 68 on the season. Missed that one on the last possession, still a 6-point Bethel advantage. Pilots looking to get another one here. Life Granville splits some defenders, gets in the lane, and a lot of contact's going to send Granville to the free throw line. 6:36 left in the opening half.
Aggressive play to get to the rim as we go through there. And he took a hard landing, too. Heard that contact from all the way up here.
And Granville has appeared in 25 games, only 4 starts, 10 of 13 from the stripe. That's good for 77%. Misses the first one, though. Only averages 2.8 points per game on the entire season. Not really a scorer for this team, but he's played a lot early on and already making an impact. Gets the free throw there, has an assist on the game already as well.
He's already halfway to his average.
Now coming back the other way is Kobe Powell. 29-22 Bethel after the free throw from Granville. Now 2-3 zone look here from Bethel, trying to see if they can force the 3-point hand of Texas A&M Texarkana. 3-pointer up, no good. Bounces off the face of Ouellette, and it's going to be thrown off the foot. DeHart almost made a great play on it. It's somehow recovered by the Eagles, and an offensive foul on Ouellette. And that is where the basketball rules are starting to become controversial. Not a ton of contact, but was in position, took it through the chest. The officials gave him it, but a lot of people nowadays disagree with that call.
Yeah, there wasn't a whole lot of contact there, a lot of embellishment. To be fair, give the man an Oscar for the sell. It was perfect, just the right amount on it. Did look to be a little bit close inside of the arc, but we'll take it. Inside of the zone, they'll take it, Bethel, and get the opportunity to really further extend this lead before halftime. As 7 points is decent. If you can get it to be a little bit more than that, 10-point lead going into the half, or even greater, that puts you in a lot more comfortable of a position.
Anything to get you the extra possession. Granville for three, left wing. Off the back iron, no good, but an offensive rebound from Aerts. Back out to Granville. Aerts wide open. No good. And now Granville gets in on the rebounding action. Cruz to DeHart. DeHart three. Off the mark. 3 opportunities, no makes.
Dink, dank, doink, off the iron all 3 times. And if Texarkana are to make this shot, which they're not, Bethel really could have lived to rue those missed opportunities. And now the ball's loose on the court, diving for it. And last off of Chapman. Good hustle, good effort there from both sides, diving around on the paint.
Have to give the air applause for the hustle on that play from both sides. It was excellent seeing both teams dive on the floor. Bethel ultimately winning possession here. 29-22, still plenty of time for the Eagles. But right now, Bethel in control. Despite being outshot by 6% from the floor, still, Bethel has a 6-point lead. Excuse me, 7-point lead. Aerts, back out. DeHart, three, no. Nice recovery there, and the rebound from Thaddeus Moore. Ouellette, the other way. Just rattles out. Ouellette off to a slow start from behind the arc, something he's typically not used to seeing.
And both teams have really gone cold in the last few moments as the Bethel bench wanted a call on the hit after the play, and the shot comes in from distance.
And that's going to be a foul. I'm not sure. That might be on Griffith. Janai Griffith does pick up that foul, so now he's going to get subbed out of the game. I believe that's 2 on him.
You don't want to get into too much foul trouble as we get towards the half. Just kind of conserve momentum, conserve those fouls for the second half, as you'd imagine this game would get a little tighter.
And both teams kind of seeing their star players be quiet early on. Kobe Powell, the leading scorer for the Eagles, 0 points. And then looking at the other side, looking specifically at Travion Cruz, he's got 8 points. But he's not doing a typical job that we've seen him offensively. It's really been the help of guys like Wesley Burrs that have made this situation happen. And that alley-oop opportunity, no good. The tip back, also no good. Opportunity there for an emphatic dunk. Can't get it to go. Cruz the other way. Cross-court pass. DeHart, pump fake. Jab step. Throws it inside. And that is going to be a foul. Aerts going to the free throw line. Nice offensive execution there from the Pilots.
I'm still heartbroken and crushed we did not get that world-class of a play there at the back stick. What a dunk that would have been.
That would have been a back-scratcher alley-oop for sure. Cocked that one back pretty far. Could not get it to go in. Aerts on the other end hits the free throw.
Might have shattered the backboard with the amount of momentum he was carrying down with him.
For the basketball we've seen today, that wouldn't be much of a shock. We've seen a lot of crazy things happen today already.
I think that might be the only thing we haven't seen today.
Just about. Now 30-22 the score. 4:17 left. Aerts has been a menace for this team. Had a career-high 18 rebounds. That's the most in program history, 8th most in program history, excuse me, in a win over Florida National on December 15th. Somebody that can score and rebound. Had one of the 10 best rebounding performances in school history earlier this season. Ouellette, top of the key. Trying to work against this Bethel zone defense. Tough layup up, no good. Rebound to Burst. This 2-3 defense is forcing the Eagles to shoot threes, and they have not connected very well early on. Just 2 for 8 to start this game from behind the 3-point line. DeHart gets it over to Burst, who jab steps. Tries to find Cruz on the back cut, out to DeHart. A lot of ball movement early on from the Pilots. Gets it into Cruz, who's double teamed in the post. Out to Burst. Another one. No. And that's going to be a foul on the offensive side. I'm not sure who it was in the interior fighting for that rebound. It might have been Nick Pluta. It was Nick Pluta, the first foul from him in this game. No shot attempts, but he does have one rebound. Tried to fight for one there, but picked up the foul. 3:34 left. Roulette's going to inbound. Let's see if the Eagles can start putting something together. Been kind of a cold spell from both teams, really. Neither team above 40% from the floor. Both between 35 and 37%. More extended zone defense here from Bethel. Trying to force perimeter shooting from the Eagles. Ball's in the short corner. Nice dribble drive in. Roulette finally gets one to go. Now 3 for 7 on the day. Still has yet to make a 3, 0 for 2. But now it's 31-24. 1 inch closer to Bethel's lead. DeHart, cross-court pass, now bursts with it. Another cross-court pass. It's DeHart, pull-up jumper from just inside the line. Gets to go. Nice job from Jared DeHart there.
That jumper was a thing of beauty. Perfect on the execution.
Stopped on a dime, 2 to make it happen. 3 on the other end, off the back iron, top backboard, and an offensive rebound. Puts it back and in. Nice job from DJ Franklin, his second bucket of the day. He's got 5. Coming back the other way is Bethel, looking to respond. DeHart with it, had a nice pull-up jumper on the last possession. 33-26, we approach the 2-minute mark. Burst with it. Nice turn from DeHart, gets it off. And that is a block. I believe he didn't quite take it through the chest. Looked like he might have gotten some shoulder in there, and that's what made the officials call the block. Also might have been inside that restricted circle.
I also think I saw the left foot dangle just a little bit there. Wasn't quite as steady as he probably should have been.
That sends Aerts back to the free throw line. Aerts has had a fantastic season. Has scored 20-plus points in each of the last 3 games and has gone over 28 times this season. He's also the team's leading rebounder. And we've seen his shot volume increase a lot since the end of January. He's been getting over 10 shots a game very consistently. He'll step out and shoot threes. We've seen it already today. It's not his primary move, but he'll hurt you from behind the arc as that free throw good. Brings it to a 9-point Pilot advantage. Nick Pluta still in the game for Janai Griffith, who currently has 2 fouls in this one. Now back to matched up defense, man-to-man here from Bethel. And nice defense there. Dio Caldwell couldn't get a clean look. Driving in the lane, nice defense from DeHart off the back iron. Can they secure the rebound? They don't. But then DeHart able to poke it out again. They could not secure it. Reverse layup up, no good. Finally, Pluta brings down the rebound. We've seen a lot of action in this game. Nice screen. Cruz tries to turn the corner. Now he loses it out of bounds. Possession goes the other way. Cruz did not think he was the last person to touch that. And Cruz with 8 points early on, still not the type of first half we're used to seeing, despite the fact that 8 first half points isn't a bad thing. But when you average 25 a game, it's a little bit different.
Yeah, he's only 1 off being the top scorer on the court for either side. It's just not it's good. It's not good enough.
Not for his standards, at least.
No, not at all for a player of his caliber.
But now the Eagles trying to make something happen here. Down by 9. Less than 1 minute and 30 seconds left. Bethel has played really well defensively in this game. And Texas A&M, Texarkana tries to shut that down. Nice bucket there, brings it back to 7. DeHart's going to slow things down. Trying to get a good look here. We have now a minute left in the contest here in the first half. 60 seconds before the intermission. DeHart holds it out wide. 11 seconds on the shot clock. Screen coming from Pluta. He gets picked. He's all the way at half court. 7 on the shot clock. Got to get something here. Splits defenders, loses it. Nice throw over the top, and it's going to be Cathadius Moore getting the layup in transition. Now, all of a sudden, it's a 5-point game. Travion Cruz now with about a 9-second difference between shot and game clock, holding at half. Trying to get a look here and not give the Eagles a lot of time to deal with. 13 on the shot clock. Still holding. Screen going to come up any moment now. And now a pull-up 3 with 4 on the shot clock. That one off the mark. And it's going to be tipped out of bounds. Stays here, 10.7. Now, if you're Bethel, you can get the last shot. Up by 5, 35-30. Nathan Ertz comes back in the game. Comes in for Life Granville. Ertz so far in the game, 9 points. That is a game high. 2 of 5 from the floor, but more importantly, 4 for 4 from the stripe. Gets it into Cruz, short corner jumper, 10 on the shot clock, or 10 on the game clock, excuse me, no good. And that's going to be out of bounds, no foul called. So 6.1, another look. This is the third look on this possession. You have to wonder if they're finally going to capitalize and build a little bit of momentum going into the second half.
Yeah, if they don't, they're really going to be kicking themselves, and I imagine they're going to get a blow dryer treatment in the locker room for missing such a golden opportunity to extend the lead.
And they run a 4 low into DeHart. 5 on the game clock. Gets it in the middle. Ertz struggles to get it. Loose ball on the floor. And a travel called. Another look here with 1.3. Still enough time to catch, maybe take a dribble or two, and then get one up. They're going to take it in from the sideline now. Now they have some distance between them, but they still will get one more look. And the officials have to stop play right now. It's going to be Nick Pluta getting a little bit physical there, just trying to create space for himself. And now Janai Griffith coming back in with 2 fouls.
Hey, you don't have to worry about him fouling out this half.
Yeah, no worries about picking up a foul here unless he picks up a really dumb one. Into Cruz in the corner. Cruz, that will take us to half. Couldn't even get a shot off, but we have a great second half in front of us. A tightly contested first half, 35-30. Bethel on top of Texas A&M, Texarkana in their first ever NAIA tournament appearance. We will take a quick break and come back with some halftime analysis and then second half action in about 15 minutes. I'm Matt Kirkle alongside Owen Godberson. We will see you in a moment.
Because no two sports-related injuries are alike, our sports medicine team is made up of people from all medical backgrounds covering a variety of specialties.
We work together to create a treatment plan customized to your individual injury.
We understand that activity is not limited by age, gender, or skill level, and we offer care that is tailored to you.
Sports injuries can happen to anyone, whether you're a weekend warrior or an elite athlete, and we'll be here for you when you need us.
We treat a variety of injuries, ranging from ankle sprains to ACL tears to shoulder dislocations. Our goal is to help you recover to your maximum potential.
Whether you're on the field, in the gym, or in your own backyard, our treatment and rehabilitation plans will get you back to your peak performance.
Trust our team with your sports medicine needs.
Game on.
Diverse and inclusive involvement opportunities are abundant at Clark University. Discover your perfect fit in one of our 20-plus student clubs and organizations or one of our 21 athletic teams. Here we are a family. We are one Clark, one community. At Clark University, we offer a variety of majors and minors to help you in your academic journey. Tap into your subconscious and consider what you love to do, what you are drawn to do, and what you excel at. Here, we are a family. We are one Clark, one community. Diverse and inclusive involvement opportunities are abundant at Clark University. Discover your perfect fit in one of our 20-plus student clubs and organizations or one of our 21 athletic teams. Here we are a family. We are one Clark, one community.
DJ Sokol Arena live from Omaha, Nebraska, 35-30. Our halftime score, Bethel on top of Texas A&M Texarkana. Now, Owen, looking at this second half, if you're Texas A&M Texarkana, a team that's never been to the NAIA tournament, obviously only down 5, and for a lot of that half, it looked like it was going to get closer to double digits. How do they come out in the second half, especially in the first 3 minutes, and start to capitalize on possessions and maybe potentially get in the lead in the first 3 minutes?
Well, they just need to play simple, smart basketball and capitalize on the opportunities they've been given. They have been given plenty of opportunities. They just haven't been able to take them. This is a defensive-minded team, but you need to score points in basketball because 9 times out of 10, if you score more points than the other team, you end up winning the game. So if you end up Texas A&M Texarkana, they're going to have opportunities in this half. That's just the way Bethel plays. They're a high-tempo, attacking team. The offensive side of things, supercharged. Defensive, not all that great at times. We saw a lot of chances for Texarkana. They just need to capitalize on them, especially if Bethel is as cold as they were in the last 5 or so minutes of that first half, because they looked poor at times, and they looked right for the taking. The Eagles just could not take advantage of it. I'm not sure if their wings were clipped beforehand, if they're clipping their own wings. I'm not too sure what exactly was the cause of Texarkana not being able to take advantage of those opportunities in the first 20 minutes, but this could be the last 20 minutes of your only ever NAIA tournament appearance, and you do not want it to end like this.
And you're completely right about the first half performance from Bethel. Only 35% from the floor, 28% from 3. But you look at the fact that Bethel, of their 34 shot attempts, 21 were from behind the arc. This is a team that wants to get up 3 balls, and Texas A&M Texarkana didn't really do a great job of making them do something that they're not comfortable with doing. So, well, it'll be interesting to see in the second half if Bethel can start to pick it up, their efficiency from behind the 3-point line. And then as for Texas A&M Texarkana, offensively, they've shot the ball pretty well. 41% from the floor. You don't have much complaints about that. Obviously, it can be a little bit better, but not something in your first ever NAIA tournament game where you're going to complain about shooting 40% from the floor, especially when you're out shooting your opponent. The problem is right now they had 8 turnovers as a team in the first half, but 7 of them came in the first 8 minutes or so of that game, and it put them at a deficit where they were fighting back the whole second half. What they need to do now with 20 fresh minutes of halftime to relax, to reset the momentum, they need to come out playing their type of basketball. Defensive-minded, pressure, don't give up a lot of 3-point looks, and then you'll have a position to potentially be in a winning position later in the game.
Yeah, there's not much difference between these two teams in terms of quality and in terms of caliber of player. It just comes down to sharpness and efficiency and not giving away any sloppy turnovers. We've seen plenty of those today. We just need to see a final good, crisp 20 minutes of basketball between these two teams, and hopefully we're in for a barn burner of a final 20 here at DJ Sokol Arena to open up the first day of the NAIA tournament.
And looking at that first half for Bethel, the leading scorer was Nathan Eretz with 9, and then Wesley Burse and Travion Cruz both with 8. And then for the Eagles, leading the way that first half was Dio Caldwell, right on cue. 8 points in that opening half, averaged 15 a game in the RRAC tournament. Besides that, Connor Roulette was 6. DJ Franklin was 7 on a perfect 3 for 3 from the floor, so it was a solid performance. Now Kobe Powell gets things going offensively for the Eagles. They run a set to get Connor Roulette open. Elbow jumper, no good, but nice offensive rebound. Rips it through, gets it out, wide open 3. No, way off the mark. And nice effort there to try to get the save, but Devontae Craven could not come up with it. So nice look early on from the Eagles, just could not connect.
That is an understatement. It was a poor attempt from distance.
And I'm not sure why they're resetting momentarily, but they will. May have been a clock issue. Nonetheless, we're going to get things going here. First 15 seconds of the final half of action. It's going to be DeHart bringing it up. DeHart had a very good first half, 5 points. Hit a 3, was 2 for 6 from the floor. Kicks it out, Ertz wide open 3. That one no good. They are struggling to connect from behind the 3-point line. Now creeping up on close to 25%. Roulette with it. Nice turn of the corner from Powell. Left-handed layup, good. Kobe Powell, that's his first bucket of the game. Powell has had an excellent season, averaging 15 a game, and he's got 2, but I think that might be Cruz behind the basket.
I had to fish the ball out from underneath the riser that serves as the table, one of the scores tables on the, would that be, south side of the DJ Sokol Arena. Had to crawl underneath it and grab it.
That's got to be a fun task in the middle of an intense game to have to play scavenger hunt. Go find a basketball under the table. He delivered.
Imagine we'd have a few extras lying around somewhere.
He delivered. Now we resume action. Still less than a minute into the half. Nice bucket on that last possession from Kobe Powell, his first of the game, along with 3 rebounds. Nathan Aerts going to slowly bring things up. Kobe Powell gets to the screen, kick out opposite. DeHart wide open, 3, gets it to go. Nice job there from Jared DeHart.
What a move to get around the defense, to cut inside, a little around the back, finding the corner. Oh, that was beautiful.
The man in the top 15 in 3-point field goals in all of the country gets another one there. Now the Eagles back the other way. Nice little creation of space. Jumper no good. Able to corral his own rebound. That was DJ Franklin. Short corner jumper. Way off the mark. Offensive rebound put back good. Nice job from Devontae Craven. Just 4 points on the game. His first made basket from the field tonight. DeHart gets it out to Aerts. Inside. Griffith goes up. And one finish. Nice job on the finish there. That was Janai Griffith. That's now 6 points on the game and a huge and one finish there from the UK native.
We know that Griffith can do it on a cold, rainy night in Stoke, and we're seeing that he can do it on a fairly calm, beautiful night here at DJ Sokol Arena in Omaha, Nebraska.
Chance for a free throw here. 75% from the line this season, gets that one to go. The big man operates well inside, has made 23 starts this season. His minutes have increased recently. He's got 1 double-double on the year. Kobe Powell crosses over, tough floater in the lane, makes it with the left hand. Nice little switch to get it to his left hand. Create a little bit extra space to get that shot off. 41-36. Just over 2 minutes into the half. Burse, cross-court pass to Aerts. Back to Burse. He's going to take the 3, and he hits. He's got 3 3-pointers on the game and a team-high 11 points here for Bethel.
Brilliant ball movement. One side to the other, back to the other. Enough space to get that shot off, and it was hit to perfection.
And layup no good. It's going to be rebounded by Griffith. And talking about Burse a little bit, that's now 7 straight games he's in double figures. Aerts is pickpocketed from behind. Now a 3-on-1 in favor of the Eagles. And a nice little rip through the layup. No good, though. They're going to have to kick it out. Can they get a bucket with the numbers in favor? And they won't. They have to reset. Ike Durham gets it over on the left wing to Marquise Waller. And now a loose ball. Waller trying to keep it here. And he shoots it with 1 on the shot clock, and that's going to be a shot clock violation. Just not much doing there. Held the ball a little bit too much. And the John Brown University transfer not doing a great job on that play.
Oh, but that was good defense to keep him pinned down in the corner, to get the hands in tight, making sure he couldn't really control the basketball all that much and get through.
Tough look, but that being said, Waller has had a great season, was named 2nd team All-RRAC. Had a season-high 22 points against Southwest on January 15th. Now DeHart finds in the corner, and a bad pass to Burse on the opposite side. Aerts could not find him, and a costly turnover in a game where you could potentially get up by double digits. That's a tough break to waste that possession away.
Right idea, poor execution, get it into the corner. Just a little bit too much whip on it.
Kobe Powell gets it to Roulette. And that's going to be a travel on the play. Nice defense there from Nathan Aerts. Stood his ground and forced the travel. It's been a good start to the second half here for Bethel. Travion Cruz is going to get it cross half court. Cruz with 8 points right now on 3 of 7 from the floor. Gets into the corner to Burse. Burse picks up his dribble. Cruz wide open. No good. Now a transition opportunity for Powell. Powell gets it up the floor to Ouellette. Ouellette drives in, tough look, nothing doing. And a foul on the play is gonna go against Thaddeus Moore. Tried to get in there just a little bit too late and knocked down Cruz on that rebound attempt. More full court pressure here. They're doing a good job just getting it into Cruz and clearing out, as they do again here. Cruz does a really good job handling ball pressure. Bethel looking to extend their lead to double digits. They have yet to be up by double digits today. And now Cruz loses it. Nice job getting on the floor. Great effort there from Ike Durham. And then a foul on DeHart on the ensuing possession. What an effort from Ike Durham to dive on the floor. You heard a little bit of, it sounded like floor burn on that play. He's going to feel that one tomorrow, but gives his team an extra possession.
Yeah, turf burn is one thing because that scabs up pretty quick. Floor burn is another thing because it basically peels off and rubs off a layer of your own skin. It is not pretty, folks.
Now let's see if Kobe Powell can get something going. Had 0 points at half. Now 4 already, but gets denied there. Transition opportunity, numbers for the Pilots. And a pull-up 3 in transition. Ill-advised shot. And now a chance coming back the other way for the Eagles. In the corner, nice dribble drive. Could have gone up with it, gave it off to Powell in the corner. Powell hits the 3. 7 second half points for Kobe Powell, and they are right back in this one, back to 5.
Good give and go down the right side just to create that little bit of extra space, cutting inside, finding the corner, and Kobe's not going to miss a shot like that.
Powell tried to get a steal there, couldn't come up with it. Nice job from DeHart with ball possession. Burst with it. Gets it over to DeHart, guarded by Powell. Foul called on the floor. The Eagles work very, very hard defensively. They work in terms of moving with the ball and moving without the ball. They do a nice job with help side defense, and they put a lot of ball pressure on. And as we've said multiple times, the leading steal contributor to this team is Kobe Powell. 12th nationally is. He's able to, excuse me, that wasn't Powell, that was Ike Durham gets another steal, and that's going to lead to a timeout. I believe it's a 30-second timeout, so we will stay here through the timeout. Still a game right now. Right now, Texas A&M, Texarkana, right there. Still a 5-point game, the same deficit it was at halftime, but they've kind of been back and forth. They've had chances to get back in it. Bethel's had a few chances to pull away, but neither team seizing the moment right now, it seems like.
No, both teams kind of playing, I think, in maybe second, third gear. They're playing with the handbrakes on right now because I think they're kind of getting in their own heads with the moment. It's the first round of the NAIA tournament. You don't want to go home in the first round, but you also need to just be a little bit sharper, and you need to grab it by the scruff of the neck and take this opportunity. You don't always get to play at this level, especially Texas A&M Texarkana. This is their first time. Show a little bit of fire.
And we'll see if they come out with that fire out of this timeout. 14:36 left in the contest. 44-39 Bethel on top. The 21st ranked Pilots have gotten off to a fairly slow start here in the second half, but Texarkana really hasn't taken advantage in a travel yet again, not taking advantage. Tough break there for Connor Ouellette, who's had a pretty good game so far, 6 points for the Eagles.
Ouellette, though, a distance shooter and has not shown it so far. 0 for 2 from beyond the arc and only shooting 33% from the floor.
And now Ertz off a screen, gets all the way to the rim, and a foul on the play. And right now he's trying to plead his case in the paint. That's Thaddeus Moore, saying his hands are straight up. It looked like they were kind of tilted a little bit, and then the contact raised them all the way up, so it was a good foul call by the officials to send Nathan Ertz to the free throw line. Ertz has had a really good day so far for Bethel. With that, now 5 of 5 from the stripe, 10 points on the game. Just 2 of 6 from the floor, 1 of 5 from 3. It's been a struggle from behind the arc for Bethel, just 8 of 26 right now. That being said, the Eagles just 3 of 11. Neither team really being able to capitalize from distance. Now 46-35 off the 2 made free throws from Ertz. Ball screen action, nice opposite find. Kobe Powell can't get it to go. But a nice offensive rebound, just unorganized on the putback attempt, and Life Granville loses it. Wanted the foul. And a nice bucket there from the Eagles, back to 5.
Yeah, the Eagles put in some nice pressure there, and it was really well executed. Nowhere near enough contact there to get the call.
DeHart been kind of quiet lately here in the second half with the basketball. Looking to get going. DeHart's top 5 in the conference as the ball stays here. He's top 5 in the conference in 3-point field goals made. Top 10 in field goal percentage from behind the arc. Bethel gets it out from underneath. We're going to see a 4-low setup with Aerts inbounding. Now a little shift of formation, and the coaching staff wanted to shove there. Didn't get it. It was as the play was dead, and a tough look from Cruz. Another kind of 4-shot, nice bounce out from Hart. DeHart keeps the possession going. Gets it over to DeHart, who's going to take a 3. That one no good. But Cruz gets in there, gets the rebound, and fouled on the putback. The 6-foot senior guard from Fort Wayne making himself big in the interior of the paint. Nice job coming up with the offensive board in the thick of the defense there.
Perfectly timed jump just to get him up and in between the bigger bodies inside of the zone for him to grab it and hold on to it well. Takes the contact and goes to the line. Well worked there.
First free throw good from Cruz. He's a 3-time first-team All-Crossroads selection. After a few weeks ago, he was selected again. Ranked 2nd in the league in scoring, 2nd in steals, and 4th in assists. He's had a complete season. One stat that Owen and I talked about before the game, he has more 40-point games this season than single-digit performances. He has 4 games over 40 points, only 1 game in single digits.
That is
absurd.
ludicrous.
It is an absurd statistic. As now the Eagles try to respond from the 2 free throws from Cruz. Pass inside, trying to get a good look, now out to Ouellette. 13 minutes left in this game. Gets it out to Powell. Powell trying to go on Cruz. Tough look, Powell just misses short, and Granville runs in and secures the rebound. Powell, just a menace on defense, just sniffing out the ball, trying to get a steal. Cruz again in transition, that one another ill-advised, but an easy put back there from Nathan Aerts, and we get a timeout here. Full timeout, we will take a break with them. Bethel on a bit of a run here. They have their lead up to 9, have yet to get up to doubles today. We'll see if they do when we come back.
Diverse and inclusive involvement opportunities are abundant at Clark University. Discover your perfect fit in one of our 20-plus student clubs and organizations or one of our 21 athletic teams. Here we are a family. We are one Clark, one community. At Clark University, we offer a variety of majors and minors to help you in your academic journey. Tap into your subconscious and consider what you love to do, what you are drawn to do, and what you excel at. Here, we are a family. We are one Clark, one community.
.12:41 left in this contest, 50-41, Bethel on top. They put it together a little bit of a run, capped by a Nathan Aerts bucket before the timeout. He's got a team-high 13 points. Aerts also with 5 assists on the game. Let's see if the Eagles can get something out of this timeout. Just over 12 to play. Dio Caldwell gets it over to the right wing. A little zone defense look here out of the timeout to see if they can throw off the Eagles.
Trying to force a shot from distance, and we know that Texarkana has not really been all that great from 3, only shooting 25% from beyond the arc tonight.
And they don't need it there. Nice drive in, dump off to Ouellette, gets the easy bucket inside with no interior defense to be seen. And a strip that's going to be off of the Eagles. So Burse is lucky there. Possession stays here with Bethel. Ball going to be inbounded from underneath. It's going to be Aerts. Another 4-low setup. Gets it into Burse, right elbow. And he gets it stripped. Able to recover it now, 5-on-4. And now that's recovery time for the Eagles. Top of the key is Cruz. Screen coming from Pluta. And he's double teamed off the screen. Nice steal from the Eagles and a foul on Cruz. If you're going to take Bethel out of the game, it starts with taking Cruz out of the game. Off the ball screen, they trap and they force a turnover. And not only that, they force a foul on Cruz afterward.
Yeah, but obviously not in foul trouble yet, Cruz, but getting him on the way, getting inside of his head, forcing him to play a little bit physical. And we saw in the last game how much pressure pays off when you're trying to come from behind. And, you know, obviously it can come back to bite you in the tail, but if it's done expertly well, which it has been as of late from Texarkana all the way through, almost with the and one.
Looked like on that possession, he was there in time. A little bit slow to get up now. I believe that's Pluta.
Think I might know what happened there, but I don't want to speculate on it. I think that charge was a full-on, maybe knee, maybe foot, maybe elbow to a region I would rather not be hit in, let's put it like that.
And we'll see if he's able to get up in a second, as now both teams are going to head over to their respective benches while they take a look at Nick Pluta on the game. 2 rebounds. Has yet to take a shot from the floor, but has defended the interior well today.
Looks like grabbing at his lower gut. Might have just gotten the wind knocked out of him. But he looks to be in a considerable amount of pain down there on the court.
7-point advantage while they take a look at Pluta. 50-43, 11:37 left in this contest. It's a hard collision down low with Pluta. Looked like he had taken a charge, and they get him with the foul. In the meantime, they're taking a look at him. Looked to be some sort of either abdomen or maybe potentially a groin injury. Not quite sure where the contact happened.
Slow to get back up onto his feet under help.
And through some assistance, it looks like they will be able to at least try to address what's going on here. He's able to sit up and talk about it. But both teams get a chance to get a little bit of a breather here, kind of mentally reset as Pluta gets up. Looks to be in a significant amount of pain. We'll have to see how long that pain lasts. He will come out of the game, obviously, but now a chance for the momentum to reset a bit. Pluta walking off under his own power. That's definitely a good sign.
That is a very good sign. He just maybe needed to compose himself, get the strength he needed to get back up and off the court. The nice thing about the Pilots, though, next man up, they do have a pretty stacked roster, so they can go to the bench and still be all right.
Dio Caldwell at the free throw line. With that free throw now, a team high 9 points on 4 of 7 from the floor. That's his first attempt from the stripe. Caldwell named to the all-tournament team for the RRAC after putting up 15 points a game and 6 rebounds a game in the 2 performances at the conference tournament. Gets that one to go, now up to 10 points. He's the first Eagle in double figures. DeHart slowly gets it up the floor. And that's going to be stolen. Entry pass was tough to come up with, and Powell takes it back for the layup. 9 points for Kobe Powell. The defense starting to ramp up here, making it difficult for Bethel. Now a 1-possession game. 50-47 the score. And pass almost stolen out, and a foul called against Marquise Waller. Just was a little bit too aggressive on that run out. Ball's going to be taken from the sideline, but a quick sub before that happens. Ontario Chapman back in the game. Into the corner. Nice cut there from Cruz, but he's able to kick it out. Now a chance here for a 3. That one good. Big time bucket there from Wesley Burst. That's his 4th 3 of the game. He's got 4 of the 9 makes from behind the arc today for Bethel.
Now, what a well-executed hit from beyond the arc. It was excellent, and now another opportunity for Bethel off the travel and maybe extend this lead a little bit further.
Was a 3-point game, now out to a 6-point advantage, a chance to extend it even more. The Hart's going to get this possession going. Screen from Cruz. Gets into the corner to Granville. And a foul called inside. That's Thaddeus Moore trying to work inside. It's going to be his 3rd foul. Him and Marquise Waller both with 3 fouls. Kobe Powell also has 2. So a little bit of foul trouble looming right now for the Eagles.
Yeah, especially with still quarter of this game left to go. There's a lot of time and a lot of crunch time left for these two teams. There's going to be some more opportunities for players to pick up fouls and send players to the charity stripe. So any chance you get to just kind of limit your foul trouble, it could help out.
And that free throw, no good. Janai Griffin couldn't get it to go. Powell in transition all the way in, and a foul on Griffith on the other end. That's going to be the 3rd foul on Griffith. Wonder if we're going to see somebody go in and sub for him. It looks like they're going to stay put and trust him. And now we will see Nathan Aerts come into the game for him. 10-20 left in this contest, just a 6-point lead for Bethel. Was 5 at the break. Out to the wing, nice poke out by Life Granville. Possession stays here, but nice ball pressure there. Life Granville, somebody that's played a lot more recently, but only has 4 starts on the season, has played a pretty big impact in today's game. He's been on the floor a lot. 3, no good. Rebound from Cruz. Cruz still trying to get going in this one.
Cruz almost giving it away there. Had to pick up his dribble pretty quickly before he lost it. Was able to get a pass off.
And now a foul on the floor. That's going to go against Marquise Waller. That's his 4th. So we're going to see a sub come in to get him out of the game. And that's going to send Cruz to the free throw line. Not the guy you want to send there. Chance to extend this to an 8-point lead if he gets both. Wesley Burst at the free throw line today, 4 for 7. Tacked on 4 rebounds and an assist, along with his 14 points. Free throw no good. Caldwell back the other way. Cross-court pass, 3 on the way. And yet again, no good. It's going to be Woolette with the rebound. Out for another 3-point look, it's Caldwell. Caldwell gets it to go.
Not missing that shot. He had time and space. He could have stood there for another 5 minutes, and I don't think anybody would have touched him.
His first 3 of the evening, and now he's got 11 points. Kicks out to DeHart, who takes a 3. That one no good. Fight for the board. Still fighting for it, and a foul called on the floor. Possession's going to stay here. I believe that one's going to go against Powell. That's going to be Powell's 2nd foul. He's got 9 second-half points so far for the Eagles. A team in their first ever NAIA tournament, just their 2nd year of existence. And Powell's trying to keep them in it. First free throw good. Nice job from Burst, who's been a big impact in this game. He's got a game-high 14 points. 15 now with that free throw. Second free throw good as well. Back to 5. Let's see what the Eagles can do on this possession. Kobe Powell's going to get a chance to run here. Has a lot of speed. Spins, wide open jumper in the lane, off the back iron, tries to grab it, and Griffith rips it down. The UK native doing a great job securing the defensive rebound. Bethel with a chance to extend. They've had a lot of chances to extend their lead today, and they have come up short on most of them. DeHart, nice ping pass. It's going to be Aerts for three. That one just rattles out. That's been the kind of day it's been. Griffith with nice effort, but now a transition look. Caldwell, nice pass, easy bucket. Devontae Craven, just his second bucket from the floor today. Now back to three.
This has been a lot tighter of a second half, a one-possession game. Texarkana has done a brilliant job keeping in this game.
And a foul called as Life Granville goes up for the bucket.
And you could see the frustration there as they went up for it and called on the foul.
Granville heading back to the line. 1 point on the day, 1 for 2 from the stripe. Has added 3 rebounds and an assist. Already Texas A&M, Texarkana in the bonus. Free throw up and good. Back to a 1 or 2 possession game. Kobe Powell's going to come out of the game for a minute. This is a big opportunity for Bethel. Their leading guard, who does a good job on the defensive end of just creating mistakes, going to be on the bench even for just a few minutes. It's going to be an opportunity for your offense to start running a little bit more effectively. Second free throw, no good. Bethel 12 of 16 on the day from the stripe. Texarkana a perfect 4 of 4. Now some zone defense look here from Bethel. Trying to force some mistakes. Ball's in the corner. Split drive, throws it inside, and it's going to be tipped and stolen. Nice tip there into the hands of Griffith. Into the corner to Burse. Try to move it a little bit more. Still a lot of ball pressure. Granville with it. To DeHart, now corner. Burse, 3 on the way. No good. And a great opportunity for Griffith to get in on the action. Couldn't come up with the rebound. Gets his hand on it to tip it out and keep the possession alive. The Pilots get the ball back.
That was a fantastic stretch to tip that one back in. Looking like, well, looked like Jordan Pickford, the Englishman, trying to stretch and keep that one alive.
Griffith knocks down the first free throw. Griffith on the day, 3 for 5 from the floor. Now 8 points on 2 of 3 from the stripe. Griffith also has a game-high 6 rebounds. Him and DJ Franklin for the Eagles, both with 6. Griffith has a chance to potentially get a double-double here if he can get another bucket and secure some rebounds. And that one looked like he was upset with it. Didn't think it was going to go in, but the basketball gods gave him a break. 58-52 off the 2 made free throws from Griffith. Kobe Powell already back in the game. More zone defense look from Bethel. And nice job from Jared DeHart. The 6-foot junior guard getting his hands in the passing lane, forcing that one out of bounds. Eagles going to get another look here, down 6, 7:40 to go. Ball's in the corner, short corner floater on the way, no good. Aerts is going to rip down the rebound, and another opportunity for Bethel to maybe put this team on their back. Still a lot of time left, but a big possession upcoming. Burse finds free throw line, nice ping pass, DeHart, 3, no. Had the look they wanted. Wasting no time coming back the other way. Powell with it, crossover in the lane. Easy floater look. Can't get it to go. Rebound attempt. It's going to be won by Ouellette. Out to Powell. He's going to reset. Ike Durham with the basketball. And it's going to be stripped away. Nice job from Jared DeHart. Greg Holloway was just not ready for that one.
Might have been the most aggressive steal I have ever seen in my life. Swatted that one down into the ground with authority.
Ball security definitely not there. Right now we see Griffith working inside, trying to get any sort of space as they're just trying to manage the clock here. Skip pass opposite, DeHart into the block to Griffith. Nice pass opposite, and they're going to call the travel beforehand, and that was close. He definitely took that extra step, but the question is, did he get the pass off before that second foot came down?
Well, no VAR here in the first round of the NAIA National Tournament, so we've got to go with the referee's verdict. 6-point game, 6.5 to go, and somehow, despite being ice cold, Texarkana, well, they're still in it.
They're right there. And now we see Nick Pluta come back in the game. Good to see him healthy after the lower abdomen injury, potential groin injury he picked up. We're still not sure exactly what happened. Now a drive here, tough floater on the way. That one no good. Putback attempt tipped in by Ike Durham, his first bucket of the game. And that is a pretty big one. Gets it back within 4. 6 minutes left. Now it's time management time if you are the Pilots. And why do I even say anything? Nice bucket there. They waste no time at all. And we will take a break with that full timeout. 60-54 off the bucket. And we will take a break and come back in a moment. 5:58 left in the action.
Diverse and inclusive involvement opportunities are abundant at Clark University. Discover your perfect fit in one of our 20-plus student clubs and organizations or one of our 21 athletic teams. Here we are a family. We are one Clark, one community.
.58 left in this contest. Bethel with a huge bucket on that last possession from Nathan Arts. And they brought it out to a 6-point advantage. 5:58 left in the contest. We'll see what they can do out of this timeout. Texas A&M, Texarkana. Not quite with their backs against the wall, but they need to have a sense of urgency in these upcoming possessions. And it's going to be Ike Durham, who just picked up his first bucket a few moments ago, who's going to be the one to start this possession for the Eagles. Kobe Powell has had a great second half here for Texas A&M. Texarkana, 9 points. Pump fakes in the corner. Powell drives out to Ouellette. Nice recovery from Burrs. Ouellette three, top of the key, no good. The three-point shot just not falling. Players on the floor, loose ball, and it's going to be a jump ball called. Possession's going to go to the Pilots. Big time break with less than 6 minutes to go.
You saw in there trying to get the timeout called. Didn't look like he had full control of the ball. We've seen some real scrums out there today.
It has been a physical first day of basketball here at the NAIA National Tournament, both men's and women's. We have 4 more games tomorrow, all of which decide who's going to the round of 16. Nice job breaking the press. Cruz gets it over to DeHart. DeHart, not the guy you want to leave open. Good recovery defense from the Eagles. Powell extended deep on Cruz. Over to Arts. That's going to be a turnover and a foul on the other end.
Looked like potentially a kickball there. You saw the leg outstretched, but I don't think he made contact with it. Just looked like, from my vantage point, like he did.
Yeah, I wasn't quite sure from our angle, but nonetheless, that's a tough break for Bethel. 60-54 now. 5 minutes approaching left in this game. A little bit of ball movement here from the Eagles. They switch the ball screen. Ike Durham being guarded by Aerts. Into the short corner. Tough pull-up jumper. That one off the mark, just a bit ill-advised. And now DeHart with a nice kick up to Cruz. He's the guy you want with the ball. They get it over to Burst. Burst tries to get it in, and a foul called on the floor. Nick Pluta trying to get some space inside. He's going to head back to the free throw line.
And Powell thought he had enough on it to get the jump ball, but, excuse me, no. That's Ike Durham that went up for it.
Nick Pluta heading to the free throw line for his first shot opportunity of the game. No shots from the field, no shots from the free throw line. And he knocks down the first one. Pluta on the season has appeared in 29 games, but averages just 12 minutes a game. 61% free throw shooter. Knocks down both there. Ike Durham back the other way. 62-54. Eagles need a sense of urgency. We are almost to the 4-minute mark. Ike Durham working on DeHart, but not really getting much there. Nice defense.
Yeah, DeHart just was able to keep himself composed on the way through.
And a foul called in the interior. Bethel did not like that call. Maybe the third foul on Nick Pluta. 1.3 fouls for him. Has also tacked on 2 boards. First free throw up and good. Eagles inching closer in this one, 62-55. 4 minutes, 20 seconds remaining. Now we're gonna see Life Granville coming back into the game for Pluta. Pluta picking up another foul. Free throw good. The Eagles hanging around. Their first ever NAIA tournament appearance. They're looking to advance to round number 2. Nice defense there, almost forced a turnover. They get it to Cruz. Cruz is gonna work things up and get across half. They're gonna slow things down, try to manage the clock a little bit. They're about to be under 4 minutes to play. And a lot of contact, a foul called with exactly 4 to play. That foul is gonna go against Dio Cardwell, his 3rd. That's gonna send Burst to the free throw line.
Yeah, just a quick tangle as they were trying to get the quick steal down the court. Tangle of the arms, got a little bit too much in the face there as well from the referee's perspective, and easy call there all day long.
Burst 2 of 3 from the stripe today. A game high 16 points. Makes it 17. Burst 17 points, 5 of 11 from the floor, and even better, 4 of 8 from behind the three-point line. No other player on their team has more than 2 made threes. Makes both free throws there. He has made it when it counts. Now the lead up to 8. Can the Pilots hold off the Eagles in their first ever NAIA tournament run? Or will they come back and make history? Drive from Mike Durham. And a foul on the play. We are getting a lot of ticky-tack fouls down the stretch to just extend the length of this game even more.
And you could see the Bethel bench and how much they vehemently disagreed with that call. Granted, I don't think you ever really agree when a call goes against you.
64-56. Ike Durham with free throws coming up. Makes the first. This has been a slow finish to this game. Both teams trying to find ways to get some production, and it's been hard to come by. Off the back iron, no good. Now here comes Bethel the other way. Cruz drives in, pull-up jumper, no good. Now here's an opportunity with numbers. 64-57, Ike Durham with it. And that's gonna be a foul on the play going against DeHart, and the head coach of Bethel does not agree with that one. DeHart now with 3 fouls in the game. There are now 3 players on this Bethel squad with 3 fouls.
Yeah, they're pushing their luck when it comes to foul trouble here, especially with only 3:33 to go in a 7-point ball game. Texas A&M Texarkana, I'm amazed they kept in it. They haven't really looked as sharp as they really should be on the offensive side of things, but defensively, they have really done a nice job in this second half controlling Bethel. Bethel averages 91 points per game, which is towards the top in the country, and to hold them only at 64 is an impressive talent.
Absolutely. Defensively, they have gotten it done, especially in the second half, and they get another steal here. And they're going to take it back all the way for a layup, and now we back to a 4-point game. Was just in a position where Bethel could potentially run away, and here come the Eagles. Similar to last game, we're seeing a lot of full court pressure be a bit of an impact in this one. Cruz in the short corner gets it out to DeHart for three. That's a huge one! And it looks like he got tripped up on the play. 30-second timeout will stay here through the timeout. 3:02 remaining. That was a huge shot from Jared DeHart, the three-point specialist for the squad. The big one when it matters, gets it to a 7-point lead. How does Bethel hold off the Eagles and their defensive push in the last 3 minutes of action?
They just need to get their next 2 possessions to get some big shots. Doesn't necessarily need to be threes, because as much as this Bethel team likes to fire from beyond the arc, it hasn't been their strong suit tonight, to be perfectly honest. 29% from beyond the arc, not quite the standard they want to have, about 5% less than usual. So if you can just get it inside of the paint, just get it in from the free throw line, any way you can get points, Bethel need to get points. Otherwise, our Texas A&M, Texarkana are right back in it, and they are going to be in it until the final whistle. So you need to pick up as many points as possible to keep the trailing off of you.
And I mean, looking at the contest, as Owen said, not the greatest shooting performance from Bethel, but 19 of their points coming from the free throw line. They have done a great job capitalizing when they get to the stripe, and ultimately it's what's lifted them to a 7-point lead, because otherwise the shots just haven't been falling really for either team. Both teams below 40% from the floor and below 30% from three. Screen coming. Ike Durham trying to go one-on-one with Burse. Picks up his dribble, kicks it out. Nice defense here from Bethel. Less than 3 to play. Nice defense there. Layup up, no good. Rebound from Ertz. Now transition look. Cruz is going to slow things down here. Gets into the corner to Burse. Burse kicks out opposite DeHart. Now they're going to slow it down. Nice pass from DeHart. Cruz is going to back things out. 15 on the shot clock. Looking to manage here. Cruz still at half court. Over into the corner to DeHart. Into the block. Ertz fouled on the floor. 8 on the shot clock, but Ertz will head to the free throw line. Both teams in the bonus. Bethel gets 2 here. And it's their ace so far today that is going to get the looks. 15 points, a perfect 6 of 6 from the stripe. First one goes. 8-point advantage. This game seems to have been teetering back from a 4-point deficit to an 8-point deficit all second half long. It's been a battle of runs from both teams, little 4-0, 6-2 runs. Now up to a 9-point advantage. Dio Caldwell hands it off to Powell. Powell working on Cruz. Tough floor in the lane and a foul called.
I didn't see any contact there to call that foul.
2:18 remaining in this game. Kobe Powell heading back to the free throw line. He has 9 second half points. First attempts at the free throw line on the day, though. First free throw good. Brings it back to an 8-point game with 2:18 remaining. A lot of stoppage in the action with all these fouls we've seen. Second free throw good. Now both teams with some subs. 69-62 the score. 2:18 left. It is anybody's game at this point. Bethel obviously in good position right now with a 7-point advantage, but still plenty of time for things to go wrong. And they're able to easily get through that press. Nice job by Ertz. Double team coming. He's able to dribble out of it. Now Cruz with a look here. Opposite. DeHart. Nice job being smart. Wanting to kill some clock here. 12 on the shot clock. Ertz gets it over to Burse. In the block to Cruz. Back out to Burse, who takes a 3. That one off the mark. No good. And a fight for the rebound is going to be last touch off of Griffith. Excellent effort again from the UK native to get a play on that ball. Unfortunately, it didn't work out for them, but you love the hustle and you love the time management there from Bethel.
You really do, but that was a risky play because, correct me if I'm wrong, those stairs on the north side of Sokol are made out of cement.
And they're sticking out, too. That doesn't do them any favors either.
No, none whatsoever. Brave decision in there. You love seeing that kind of commitment. You also love how nobody made contact with those stairs.
Now Powell a chance to respond here. They get the stop they needed. Now they need a bucket. Powell in the middle lane kicks it out to Durham. Durham working on DeHart. Creates enough space inside to get the bucket. All of a sudden, back to 5. Every time it gets to 8 or 9, the Eagles get right back in it. DeHart double teamed. He stays patient with it. Nice cross-court pass. More clock management. Less than a minute and a half left. 69-64. Bethel splits some defenders. DeHart's going to take a 3. And that one no good. The 3 just not connecting. But it's Life Granville who can't get it to go. He fights for it, and a silly foul there to send them to the free throw line. It was an excellent effort at first, but the second one may have just been pressing on the gas a little bit too hard. Powell a little bit slow to get up, but he looks to be okay, and he's going to have free throws to bring this to a one-possession game.
That is frustration there, pure and simple, to dive in recklessly like that. Got the rebound, went up to put it back up, missed it. Realized the other team got the ball, dove in to try to win it back. He was frustrated. He was trying to correct that error that he made, and just too much effort there. You rarely say too much effort, but you gotta play smart late on here.
Powell with big free throws here. 2 for 2 on the game, make it 3 for 3. Powell has scored in double digits in all but 2 games, and that includes today. He's had 20 points or more 4 times, including in the RRAC championship game. He had 21. Second free throw, no good. That's a big miss. Keeps it a 2-possession game. Now Cruz able to get cross half court. Trap coming, able to get it out. May have been a travel on the play, but they were able to keep the possession alive. Less than a minute to play. Can Bethel hold off the comeback effort from the Eagles? DeHart with it extended on the left wing. 10 on the shot clock. He holds, guarded by Roulette. Screen coming from Burse. DeHart's gonna have to do something, takes an awkward shot, and that'll be a shot clock violation. 39 seconds to go. The door still wide open. Interesting look that you get there in that situation. You think you would get a better look than in a contested 30-footer. But nonetheless, here's the opportunity the Eagles needed.
And Howlett did a nice job there, forcing him into that awkward shot from 30.
Now Durham with a chance here to bring it to 1 possession. Drives all the way to the cup. Tough layup, up, no good, tipped out, rebound Cruz. They have a chance to put this one away with free throws. Foul coming to Ertz, 25.2. Here's where the game is on the line. If you make free throws, you advance to the second round. That is how Bethel will operate the rest of the way.
He's got to execute the most simple thing in this sport from the charity stripe. They're called free throws for a reason. They're free points handed right to you.
And
oh, man.
That one looked to have cost a little bit of money. It wasn't quite free for him. And now still the door open. Second free throw good. And now a timeout coming, a 30-second timeout, 70-35. Coming out of this timeout, it's going to be Texas A&M Texarkana with a chance to potentially bring it back to a possession. Now, obviously, right now, if you're in the huddle for Bethel, you're just pleading to your team. Do not foul. Don't send them to the free throw line. And then on the offensive end, keep possession. Be careful. This is one of the teams where they're not going to foul right away. They're going to come at you with a hard trap, and if they can't force a turnover, then they're going to foul. So you need to be ready to, that first pass, whoever gets it, whether it's Cruz or a different guard, have good ball security. And then the important part, which is the ever so important part, make your free throws. You make your free throws, you walk out of here with a W.
Easy, easy. But Texarkana, as you said, they're smart when it comes to the press. You have to also be ready to trap that ball in the first time, and you cannot give anything silly. Like you said, do not commit any fouls. Do not send the Eagles to the free throw line.
Make them earn every point they get. It's going to be Ike Durham bringing things up now. Less than 20 on the game clock. Durham trying to do it by himself right now. Gets it out. Nice defense in the paint. That one up, no good. Second chance opportunity for Powell. 10 on the clock. They need to get something up. Down 5. Powell for 3. Oh, he hits a big one. 6 seconds remaining, and we have ourselves a one-possession game. Still in a position for Bethel, though. Free throws still win you the game.
You got to make both your free throws if you go to the line. That takes it completely out of their hands. And then if you get the 4-point lead with the 5 or so seconds left on the clock, whatever it'll be, when Texarkana come back in, just stand back. Let them fire from distance. They can hit a 3 all they want. You come out with a 1-point win.
That's right. Any situation, if you make 2 free throws, you can absolutely not foul. And biggest important factor, if they make 1 free throw here, if Bethel goes up by 3 and they get the ball in, Texas A&M, Texarkana, you foul right away. You foul right away, send them to the free throw line for 2 free throws. Even if they make both, you're still up 1. Exactly. So if you go 1 for 2 from the line, you're fine. You just need to foul right away. If you don't make any, then you got to play defense. You got to play strong defense for 6 seconds and hope you come out with a win. But if you're in a situation where you go 1 for 2, Bethel's coach better be telling his team, foul right away, make them make 2 free throws, maybe wait till they get to the other side of the floor. That way they waste 2 or 3 seconds, get them with a foul, make them, even if they make 2 free throws, same thing as before. You're up 1, you walk out of here with a win.
It's all about clock management from here on out, executing the simple Route 1 basics of basketball. Free throws, knowing when to foul, and most importantly of all, knowing when not to foul.
And they get it into Cruz. Cruz able to waste about 1.5 seconds before getting fouled. Cruz heading to the free throw line where he is 2 for 2 on the game, 87% on the season. If there's a guy you don't want to send to the stripe, it's Travion Cruz. The Jackson Community College transfer has been unbelievable for this Bethel Pilots program, but doesn't get the first one. If he makes the second, it's a situation where you can still foul, give them 2 points potentially, and still have a chance to win. He gets the second. And now we're going to get another timeout from Bethel. I'm assuming we're probably going to see fouls out of here, but at this point in the game, you have to use all your timeouts to make sure that you can come out of here. Coming out of this timeout, Owen, obviously, it's going to be interesting to see what they do. Maybe they decide to play straight up, but if I'm the coach, I'm saying you don't even give them a chance to make 3 points here. You maybe let them get up the floor, get to half court, foul them before they can get a shot off. Then there's 2 seconds or 1 second left. Even if they make both, all you have to do is inbound it, game over. Yep. You win the game. So if you're Bethel, that's what you got to do. If you're Texas A&M, Texarkana, and you get fouled, if that's the case, if they get fouled, the first thing you have to do after you make both free throws, actually at that point you almost have to make one and miss the second.
Brick the other. Try to get the other one, try to get the rebound, put it back in, tie the game up, force overtime.
You would have to at this point, just with how little time is left. You can't afford to give them the ball right back.
If it does go into overtime, do you think they have any sleeping situations for us here? We might just have to crash here if it goes late.
You know, there's bleachers over behind the basket, I believe, on the north side.
It looks comfy enough.
It looks flat enough where I think we could probably pop a squat and take a nap. We're probably fine. We can talk to some administrators, see what we can do. It's been that kind of day, though. We've been here since 9 a.m. It is now creeping up on 10 p.m., and we are back here tomorrow.
I wouldn't want it any other way, though. This has been a fantastic day. Couldn't have imagined a better start to my weekend.
And they're going to quickly get it in. I thought they were not going to foul there, but they just tried to get it in and call a timeout. Smart move by, I believe it was Texas A&M Texarkana who called the timeout.
2.9 on the clock. 3-point game. It's not quite catch and shoot, but you have to find the open look and make sure if you're Texarkana, you need to make sure you're not fouled.
And this is the biggest possession of the game because now you're in a tough position. That's smart there by Texas A&M Texarkana because now you can't foul if you're Bethel because it's just too risky. If you foul them on the shot attempt, now they get 3 free throws, and you can't afford that. So now if you're Bethel, you have to rely on the defense. With a 3-point lead, obviously the only thing you don't want to do is foul because you don't want to give them a chance to get 3 points and a free throw. But still a tough position right now for Bethel because it's just all up to you. Now, if you're Texas A&M Texarkana, it depends on what your coach is drawing up, but you have to think that it has to be Connor Roulette getting this 3-point look. 53% from 3. If you're going to try to tie the game, he's going to be the guy you go to.
He's got to be. He's one of those players that it's almost written in the stars for him to have this. He's the hometown kid to hit that to tie it up, send it to overtime in their first NAIA tournament appearance. Oh, what a moment that would be for the young man.
And he's 0 for 3 on the day from 3. He is due, and they're looking to get him open. They get into the short corner. He's got to take a shot. A nice job by Bethel. They get the foul, sending him to the free throw line. Good high fives there as well. As you can tell, they were able to successfully foul without forcing a shot. So now we are going to be in a position where we're going to get one free throw that is a realistic look, and then probably we're going to see an intentional miss to see if they can get the ball back here and get one look. 1.8 left. The winner advancing to the next round to take on Providence. First free throw good. The winner will play tomorrow at 8 p.m. 71-69 the score. And a timeout on the floor. It'll be our last timeout probably of this contest. 1.8 left. And with that timeout, it is almost a cinch. It is almost a guarantee we're going to see a purpose miss here. We're going to see them intentionally miss to see if they can get one last look to potentially tie this game. Now, we've seen it firsthand from some of the calls we've had earlier this year for Omaha men's basketball relating to what we did. They had an opportunity where they were able to get the missed free throw. They just couldn't finish here. Texas A&M Texarkana, in probably one of the biggest moments in their early program history, has a chance to make history and send this game to overtime.
I don't even think it's close. I don't even think it's a competition. This is the biggest moment in program history thus far. First round of the NAIA tournament, down 2. You have the perfect chance here to just maybe pull level and force extra basketball this afternoon, or I should say this evening, as we are getting late into the night.
Back-to-back games creeping up on 2 hours of game clock. We have just had a lot of fouls, a lot of intense play. It has been a perfect day of basketball. And we are back tomorrow, same time as we started today. 11 a.m. is when we start, 8 p.m., the last game of the day. The winners of tomorrow's games will head to the round of 16. The NAIA bracket changed up this year, usually a 64-team bracket, now down to 48. 8 3-regional team pods. The winners of those regions head to the round of 16. This free throw, potentially game here. Off the front of the rim, and it's going to be a violation on the play. That will give Bethel the ball back. Still an opportunity if you can steal the inbound or force a turnover to get one last look, but obviously if you are Bethel right now, you are in the driver's seat. And we're going to see Griffith come back out of the game. We'll see what kind of play they run. They're going to try to get Cruz open, but you know they're already going to double team him no matter where he goes. Actually, they're not. They're going to play him straight up. And they're able to get it into Cruz, fouled with 1 second left. If he makes these 2, that will seal the deal and send Bethel to the second round tomorrow to take on Providence. Bethel has had a historic career in the NAIA tournament. As I said earlier, 13-2 in program history in the opening round of the national tournament. Makes the first there, back to a 3-point game.
One more sends the Pilots flying high into the next round, and a timeout is called, delaying the end of the game. 1 second left on the clock. It feels like that 1 second has been staring us in the face for the past 10 minutes.
I mean, it's just insane, the type of games we've got in the last 2 games. Lots of fouls, lots of timeouts. I mean, you wouldn't ask for it any different because it means we're in close games. It means we're in competitive games, but man.
There's not been a single blowout of this tournament so far, and they've all been fun matchups from start to finish. I've thoroughly enjoyed every second this afternoon and this morning and this evening.
If we can get another repeat of today's action tomorrow, that would be ideal. 72-69, Travion Cruz, a chance to ice the game. All 4 other players for Bethel going to wait at half court as to not get a dumb foul on an offensive rebound attempt. He makes this, it's over. If he misses it, they still have to chuck up a full
Hail
court.
Mary.
They have to throw up a Hail Mary with less than a second to play.
That's a Hail Mary, that's an Our Father, and that might also be a Glory Be.
And that will do it. Bethel will hold off Texas A&M Texarkana and advance to tomorrow, where they will play Providence at 8 o'clock p.m. right here at the DJ Sokol Arena in Omaha, Nebraska. Owen, quick thoughts about what an amazing game we had towards the end, especially with both teams making runs, going back and forth, ultimately with Bethel coming out on top.
It was a game in which momentum swung one side to the other like a pendulum all throughout the 40 minutes of basketball we played this evening. But Bethel riding the storm. Bethel, I think, like I said in the pregame, it came down to their experience at this level. Texas A&M Texarkana, fantastic team, talented program with a bright future ahead of it. This being their first tournament appearance, they're going to learn from this. They're going to take this as pain and momentum and fire and fuel for next year. They know what it feels like to be this close. They know what it takes to get over the hump. And next year, I think the Eagles are going to come back flying.
Yeah, they will definitely be back. This is not the end of their run, but in the meantime, Bethel comes away with a close 73-69 win and will play tomorrow. Tune back in tomorrow at 11 a.m. where our action will begin again with Clark, Iowa, the number 8 team in NAIA on the women's side, taking on Northwestern for round 2 and a chance in the round of 16. That will do it for today's coverage. For Matt Kirkle alongside Owen Godberson, we thank you so much for tuning into Striv Sports, brought to you by the Omaha Sports Commission, and we will see you right back here tomorrow at 11 a.m.